Hello everyone, this is Fran. Today we're making sloppy joes. Let's get started. First thing we are going to do is dice up a small onion. And you can use onion powder if you want. We're just going to use this. It wants to pop everywhere. Oh, how prepared am I this morning? I'm hungry, y'all. I'm hungry. It's just wanting to go everywhere on this cutting board. Okay. I sharpen my knives, and they are sharp. And we're going to caramelize these onions in our, before we mix it, put in our hamburger. It's going to make it so good. We don't want big chunks, so we want to make sure, especially if little kids, you can leave this onion out and use onion powder if you'd like, but we don't want big chunks in our, sloppy joes. I personally don't know, you may like it, but I'm not a big fan of it. Okay, I have cleaned one medium-sized bell pepper, but I'm only going to use half of it. We're going to kind of just chop this up too, kind of dice it up. Got any white parts in it, you can take it out. We don't want that in our sloppy joe. Okay. Got any big pieces, just kind of, kind of dice them up a little bit. Because we are going to cook these down. Okay, so we're going to save the other half of that bell pepper. Okay, so we are going to use these roasted red peppers, and they are in a jar, and I really needed to use them. They were in my refrigerator, and they're very soft, so we're just going to kind of chop them up. I love the taste of red pepper, and we're going to throw these in because these are very soft. They've been roasted, and they will give it a really good flavor. And it's optional. It's just that I had it in there and I really wanted to use them. Don't want anything to go bad. So this is our sloppy joes. Now we're moving to the stove. Over at our stove, and I'm going to take about 2 tablespoons of vegetable oil, or cook any kind of oil you would like to use. I just had vegetable oil. Just about 2 tablespoons is all you'll need. And turn your pan on to, let's say, medium-high. We're going to get it heated up and get our veggies in. While we're waiting for that to heat up, I've got a pot of water on the stove. And for dinner tonight, we're going to have fresh corn on the cob. I prepped this the other day. I shucked it and prepped it. And I'm going to pop this right in the pot and let it start boiling and get hot. That's the good thing about corn on the cob. I think it's better the longer you cook it. Okay, I'm going to turn this on high. I'm going to go ahead and just put my corn right in. I broke my corn on the cob in half because my little grandkids can hold it better. It's all about the grandkids, y'all. Let that come to a boil. We're not going to season it or anything. You shouldn't season your corn until right before you serve it, because corn with a lot of salt, or when you salt it, it turns hard. So I always salt my corn right before I serve it. And our pan is pretty hot. So we are going to go in with our veggies. start stirring this around. Okay, we've got our veggies on. Now we're going to add a little bit of pepper, just a little. 1/4 teaspoon of pepper. And about 1/2 teaspoon of salt. I'm going to make a little, we're going to turn this down a little bit and make a little well. Just like that. Now I have a little bit over a pound of hamburger, and we're just going to kind of break it up, start putting it in. Kind of right in the middle, right there. Okay, we're going to add a little bit more salt, probably about 1/2 teaspoon. And about 1/4 teaspoon of pepper. We don't want it too salty. And I've got this on medium heat. And the reason that I always like to cook my peppers and onions beforehand is because I don't like the crunch. I want my sloppy joe soft and my vegetables very tender. Okay, I'm just gonna let that cook. Straighten up a little bit. Get my stuff out for my sauce. Okay, I'm going to take out a pan because I'm going to grill my buns. I like to put them all in the oven and put a little bit of butter on one side and cheese on the other. But that is for later on when we eat early around here. So you think I'm cooking this early? I'm not. But we eat about 4:30. We get up so early. It just helps us because we go to bed. I'm a 9:30 kind of girl, y'all. At 9:30, I'm usually in the bed, sleep. We're going to make our sauce for our sloppy joes. I'm going to put in 3/4 cup of ketchup. About a teaspoon of sugar. About a teaspoon, 2 teaspoons of mustard. Now we're going to put in 1 teaspoon of Worcestershire sauce. Now we're just going to stir it around. So I'm going to let this set for about, I'm going to put the lid on it and I'll let it set for about 10 minutes on medium to low. Let it kind of marry. We don't want it to burn or anything like that. We just want it to kind of just hang out just for a few minutes. And my corn is boiling. I'm going to turn that down to about a medium and put the lid on it. This is a fast, quick, easy, simple dinner using just things you have in the refrigerator. You can make this, you can put some crushed red pepper in it to make it, give it a little bit of zing. There's so many things you can do. Put some hot sauce in it. But I'm just making mine simple. Just a good old-fashioned sloppy joe. We're going to get ready to grill our hamburger bun. I see I have my pan right here. And I'm just going to turn this on low because we don't want it on high. We don't want to burn our bun. But normally I would cook these in the oven, but I'm so hungry right now. It's going to be my lunch and my supper. So anyway, I'm going to get this straight. There's not hardly any mess to clean up. I'm just going to rinse this off, put these little items back in the refrigerator, and we're going to get ready to eat us a sloppy joe. You could probably sneak you some squash in there if you wanted to, instead of those bell peppers. And, you know, we grew up on manwich, and we grew up on eating manwich. I didn't know there was no other way to eat it, and when I was in the military, we went over to some friend's house, and she made her own sloppy joe sauce. I couldn't believe people did that. That's, you know, grew up in rural. I weren't dumb or anything like that. My mama always, we used what was available. My mama worked hard, and the canned food was the thing. So that's what I grew up on, and there's nothing wrong with it. I like a good manwich. I'll eat it if that's what I got. But it is so simple to just make this with just things you have on hand. I decided to just buy the inexpensive ones because we're going to grill them. I'm just taking and putting a little bit of butter on my bun, just a little, not much. So we're just toasting this bun, and I'm going to go ahead and take the lid off of my sloppy joes. And I'm going to turn it on low. It ain't cooking fast enough for me because I'm hungry. Look at that toasty bun. Look at my toasted bun. Look at that side. It's not quite as toasty here, but I can live with that. I'm going to turn it over. I'm going to get that. We're going to turn it over and get the other side good and crispy. I didn't put butter on the other side. I just think it's easier to hold if it's not kind of greasy. I'm going to go ahead. We've got our bun toasted on each side. We're going to go ahead and make our sloppy joe. Okay, we got to try it. Oh my gosh, y'all. This is so good. I know you think I say that about everything, but the other night, I made some chicken, and it was so salty we couldn't eat it. So I don't say that about everything. You weren't here for that, but it was really bad. Oh my gosh. Hot. Oh my goodness. Nothing like a sloppy joe. That's why you hold the plate over you, because they're sloppy. I just love having y'all here. Go make these sloppy joes. Save you some money. These are delicious. Go subscribe to my channel. Hit the like button. Comment. Let me know if you like a sloppy joe, or just let me know if I even irritate you. I don't know. But anyway, you guys go. You have a wonderful, wonderful day, and I love you.